Hello everyone, it's Valentine season and we want to interview some of our guests, some of the couples who have been married for quite some time. It's simple, they will just tell us how long they've been married. They will tell us, what has been the highlights in their relationship and what advice they have for upcoming. I have this wonderful couple, very wonderful couple in our midst. They would introduce themselves, they will tell us how long they've been married, and they will tell us, what are their thoughts, what advice they have for upcoming couples. Here you go.
My name is Yemi Oyedele, and here is my husband.
Hi, Oyedele.
Yeah, we've been together for 31 years.
Wow.
This year makes 31 years, but we've been married for 24 years.
Wow.
And it's actually hard for people to believe that we've been together for that long. When we started, just like normal young girl and a man. And even when we started that time, a lot of friends were laughing at us because we went to the same uni anyway.
Ooh, okay.
So people were looking at us that, when are they going to make it in life? You have married somebody from uni. Where will it take you? But to the glory of God, here we are today.
Yeah.
We are growing. We've done a lot of things together.
Wow.
We've gone through thick, thin. We've gone through ugly times. In fact, to mention a few. But God has been with us.
Wonderful.
He has been with us thus far. The journey, the road was rough. We had a lot of challenges, and the Lord saw us through them all.
Wow.
And what I will actually say that kept us going, number one, we had faith. Before we gave birth to our child, my husband said, we are going to name our first child Faith.
Wow.
Even that time. And to the glory of God, we had daughter as our first child, and that's why our name is Faith.
Wow.
And a lot of things kept us going. One, the spirit of contentment.
Yeah. Wow.
We are so content with whatever we are.
Wow.
We don't look at other people that, these people, they have achieved this. We know that God is working on us, and there is time and season for everyone, and definitely our own time came. He was the one to come abroad. 10 months after, I came to join him.
Wow.
And the journey has been blossomed till today.
Wow.
Just to say a few.
Wow.
I know there are lots of ugly stories which you might not interest you, but those are the things that kept us going.
Yep,
Each time we look at it, we remember where we are coming from, and we are ever thankful. We are always grateful, thankful. Everything about us is thanksgiving.
Wow.
We take everything to God in prayer, and we give thanks. And in the attitude of that thanksgiving, a lot of other things will come, surprisingly. And we just say, when did we get here? Even to us now, it's a mystery that we're 31 years of friendship and 24 years of living together.
So what advice?
We are still counting.
Wow, thank you so much. So what advice will you give to young, single guy, single girl, maybe trying to get into marriage in a country like this where it's so hard for marriages to, stand so strong in an environment like this? What advice do you have for couples like that?
Yeah, they have to be patient.
Yeah.
And they have to make sacrifices.
Yeah.
And they don't have to judge with the way their father and their mother lives, their parent lives, because it's a new life, especially in a different environment. So they need to make sacrifice.
Support one another.
Very
especially
important.
because, like part of the discussion in the Valentine, whatever there. See, they talk about 50-50 contribution. You don't need to be told. You can say it. So the support, you have to do it.
Yeah.
You don't have to wait and say, oh, my father provides everything. As a lady, you just have to support.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you have the crack.
Yeah. Yeah.
So.
Wow.
That's what
Wow.
I say.
Wow, thank you so much.
Thank
Thank
you
you.
too.
And I wish you guys more 50 more years in
Amen.
marriage, in love, in
Amen.
health, in prosperity. God bless you. Well done.
Thank you very much.
Good afternoon. Thank you for agreeing to speak to me today. So do you want to start introducing yourselves?
My name is Mrs. Osato Akimori.
Okay, and you, sir?
Abisoye Akimari.
Okay, thank you for coming for the How to Understand Your Partner's Love Language today. Do you want to tell me how long have you guys been married for?
18 years.
18?
Yeah.
You're joking. Okay, that's good to hear. And what do you think has really kept you guys together for these 18 years?
I would say God. And I'll say God most importantly.
Okay.
And secondly, I would say we mind our businesses. Like he minds his own business and I mind my own business. We don't stand on each other's way.
Okay.
So we just respect each other's differences.
Okay.
He's from the Yoruba, I'm from Benin. So we have a little cultural conflict, like cultural indifference. So sometimes we just look past that and do what works for us. Above all, we just respect each other's happiness. Like what will make him angry, I wouldn't want to do it because he's the type that will tell you how he feels, and I'm the type that will tell you how I feel. So when somebody tells you how they feel, you won't want to make them feel bad. You always want to make them feel good, knowing that happiness is a way of life. Like I would tell people, even if you're very rich, you own the whole world, and you have no happiness, the world becomes useless. So we actually always work towards peace.
Good. That's really good to hear. And have you got any advice to give to young people that are getting married now? Any advice, any words of advice for them?
Well, my word of advice is this: marry your friend. Marry somebody you're comfortable with. Don't marry because everyone is getting married. Don't rush into marriage. Just look for that. No one is perfect. If you're looking for a perfect man or a perfect woman, then you're not ready to be married. Just marry the person that you know you both can work together, either way. And don't ever get married carrying your responsibility or having it in your subconscious mind that, oh, I'm marrying this man, he will take over my responsibility, so I'm not going to have to work again all my life. It's not like we don't have people like that, we do, but only a few. It's microscopic few. So the large, the large population, we have to work for it. So you have to, what I'm trying to say in a nutshell is, marry for love. Marry who you can spend time with. Marry who understands you. Do not marry because of what you want to gain. Because sometimes you marry because you think this man will foot your bills, take over your family. If he's not doing it, you become frustrated. Just marry the person that gives you peace. Above all, marry the person that allows you to be you. My husband allows me to be me. I serve God and I serve him wholeheartedly. I can serve him any time of the day. I pastor, I do a lot of things. So he allows me. He doesn't come. He just, even when it's time, he'll wake you up and say, Madam, it's time. So that's understanding. So just marry someone you're comfortable being around. Do not marry because societal pressure. Do not marry because you are the only one remaining. You have someone for you. You are someone's missing rib. But patient. And when you get that person, I'm not saying there won't be others. There'll be others. Even when you live with your siblings at home, sometimes you quarrel. So I won't rule that out. There are going to be a lot of others, but be ready to cross them. And by God helping you and you helping yourself, it will be well and peaceful.
Yes, thank you very much. Thank you very, very much. Just one last thing. Do you think that your marriage would have survived if you were in Nigeria? Do you think there has been any difference between living abroad and living in Nigeria compared to how marriages survive these days?
Well, my husband brought me abroad.
Okay.
From Nigeria. He was living abroad first. So he married me from Nigeria and brought me over to Sweden. So I don't think there's any difference given the way I was raised from home. I'm not sure I'm the type that want to get married and leave that marriage. I'm not going to leave for any reason. There has been a lot of reasons for me to leave, especially closing up everything, my shop, everything, all my businesses, and joining him. And I came here and said, is this the abroad, and something like that. So there was always heavy. So I had to actually rule that out. So what I'm saying, when you're ready for marriage, be ready to take everything it comes with.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
So yeah, still on Valentine Eve matter, we have a very lovely couple here, Moses and Ruth, very lovely couple. So we'll just be asking them just a few questions, how long they've known each other, how long they've been married, the highlights in their relationship, and what advice they have for upcoming couples. So meet our guests for the day, Moses and Ruth. Hi. Hello. So tell us, how long have you guys known each other? How long have you been married?
Okay, we've known each other for like 7 years, and we've been married for just 7 months.
Congratulations.
Thank you
Thank
very
you so
much.
much.
So what has been, the highlights for your relationship?
I'll say the highlight of our relationship has been centered on God from the start, and we met each other in church. We're in the choir together. So it has been God, and then we have been friends for like 7 years, as my wife said. We tend to just grow spiritually, understand each other, understand ourselves from a distance, and also in God. And so far, our decision was the best decision that we've made. And then God has been faithful, just like we saw it, like from the start, and from the spiritual perspective before going into it. So as we went into it, it has been God all the way, and it has been close to perfect. And God is helping us, trying to understand ourselves, and we're loving it every single day. We want to do it again and again, and we pray that it will continue like that till the
What
end.
advice do you have for maybe a single guy and a single girl looking at you with your nice wedding ring and like, oh my God, what will this be my God? What advice do you have?
I'll just say, if you can trust God and for direction, I think God is everything. If you can trust God for direction, He will lead you towards making the right decision. And there is no perfect time. If you're in a good relationship and you trust your partner, just go into it and say yes, and then allow God to lead the way. If God is at the center of it, then you're fine. Thank you
so much.
You're welcome.
I wish you guys many more happy years in health, in sound mind, and prosperity.
Amen.
Where you have 7 children. In the name of Jesus. I wish you all
Amen.